What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've done a video. Me and Mom were at the Commodity Classic last week. That was a blast. We had a really good time, met some cool people, and can't wait to do it again next year. But I'm back on the farm. It's been rainy the past couple days, nothing really much going on. We had a couple parts come in for a plow that we had in the shop, and we fixed that yesterday. Today I believe Dad is out on the Mud Master making some drains, trying to make some water drain off some of these wetter fields that we have. So that's one of the things that's going on. It's a beautiful day. It says it's 69 degrees and the sun's out. It's nice. This weather has got me thinking about crawfish. So I'm gonna run down to the red shop and get a few crawfish traps and take them back down to the field. Now, last year we didn't reseed the crawfish because of the bad June flood we had, but technically the crawfish should still be there. We drained the field, they should have burrowed back in the mud and then come back out when the water came back up. So I'm thinking that it's very possible there could still be crawfish in the field. It's possible there could even be more than last year. I'm just not 100%. So I want to double check and make sure. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run down here to the red shop where we stored our bait and our traps and grab a couple of those and take them down there. So let's do it. I felt like we had really good results last year for being our first time, and it was really interesting, and I really hope to try it again on a full scale and really try to maximize our production and just do everything at the right time. But it was crazy last year, and then this year we didn't actually seed them. So if we could just get something to eat for us this year, that would be wonderful. And then maybe next year I can really plan to seed the crawfish and do it right again, because I'm really interested in trying to pursue that market a little more. And as soon as I get out of college, I'll really have the time to put into that and maybe try to make that a side business, at least for the farm. Hey, there is enough water on the crawfish field for me to set a few traps out, right? Okay. I might take 5 or 10 down there and throw some bait in them and see what happens. Alright, might as well try. Alright, see you later. Bye. Emilio and Enrique cleaned out the red shop a little bit here. We're gonna have seed coming soon, so we'll put the seed that we get in here. Looks like they piled my traps up in this corner. So, believe it or not, there was actually a noticeable difference last year in which traps performed better than others, even if they were side by side, no matter where they were in the field. They just did better, and it was this type of trap right here. The neck is a little shorter, if you can see that, than some of the others. It's not a huge trap. It's pretty tall though, and I don't know, they've got a stake in them. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I know a whole lot about crawfish traps, but I do know that those, when they're bent right and set up right, are the best performing traps that we had. They were by far more full and just had more crawfish in them all the time than any of the others. So still got quite a bit of bait here, way too much actually. We bought way too much, and I'm afraid there have been some mice in this shop, which is something we have got to get a handle on. But I'm gonna grab, I don't know, 5 or 10 of these traps, and we're gonna take them down to the field and set them out. So yeah. Alright, so I got 10 traps here in the back of the truck. I just baited them up in there. I don't want to have to take the bait all the way down there. So let's run down to the field and throw them out. Alright, just pulled up down here at the field. As you can see, the field looks a little different this year. It's got a lot more straw in it. Didn't do everything exactly the same as we did last year. One thing I noticed is the water is pretty shallow, so that is probably somewhat of an issue. But before we even pump it up to, maximize how many crawfish we're catching, it makes sense to see if there's any out here and see what we're dealing with, because if we don't have any crawfish and we're not going to try to catch any, then what we'll do is we will just drain it and try to get it in shape to plant it as soon as possible to maximize our yield, maximize our money off of this field. So I don't really see a whole lot of potential for money making on this field this year on crawfish, so it's probably going to be more of an experiment. But let's take some out there and set them out anyway. I'm going to try to carry a trap and a camera at the same time. We'll see how this goes. I'm not going to set them too crazy far out or anything like that, because I mean, like I said, this is just kind of an experiment. Last year you could see crawfish running in the water and in the ditches, and I don't see that. But like I said, the water is not really deep enough here. I'm gonna put these down in the ditch. That. Get them down in there a little ways. And then the other ones I'm gonna take over to the other ditch that is a whole lot deeper. Just to get an idea. Okay, so have those in the ditch. And I mean, the water being shallow could affect several things. Like, we had some really cold weather, nothing crazy, but it definitely got cold. And so, hang on, I'm trying to cross this ditch with my knee boots. I bet the snakes are out today too. Oh, we made it. As I was saying, the water being shallow could affect it, because the water could actually freeze over and get to the crawfish. I'm no expert, so I don't really know how that works, but that could affect things. There could be no crawfish because they all died. They could not be out yet because we just had a snowstorm like 4 days ago here. 2 inches of snow, a freak thing. So I don't know, but we're gonna test it out anyway. So I'm gonna leave you here and go out here and set these other traps, and then yeah, we'll see what else there is to do. All right, I got those other traps out. I don't know if you can see them from here or not. They're right there. I put those out in the deeper part of the ditch. That side is a lot deeper, and it's actually pretty deep on out into the field there. So I got some of them out toward the straw a little more. So I feel good about that. I'm stepping on my shoe. That's not good. I honestly don't know. I just don't know what happened. I don't know if the weather was right to kill them, or if it was right for them to stay alive, or what happened. I don't know. So if I can get my boot off. So this is just kind of an experiment to see if we don't catch any, and it's apparent that they're all dead. Like I said, we'll drain it immediately. Try to get it in shape to plant, and then hopefully we can make a plan to reseed it for next year. At least that's my hope, that we can get out, get it ready to plant it, let the rice get to the right stage, and then get some more seed crawfish to throw out there and seed them. And then that way, we can give it at least one more solid shot at trying to see how it works here in Arkansas. So that's the idea. Okay, sorry, I was a little out of breath there. And that mud on that levee is super slick. So anyway, hopefully, if this doesn't work out, if we find out we don't have crawfish, or even if we do find out we still have some, the plan would be to get the field in good condition, get a really healthy, stable crop growing again, and then try to seed some more and see what happens from there. Because like I said, I'm really interested in this. I found it to be a whole lot of fun last year, and I think it's profitable. We just have to figure out what we're doing. We're gonna have to get a boat, we're gonna have to get the right amount of traps, and so on. But like I say, it's doable, and I think it worked pretty well here. It's going to be weather dependent, because we're a little different than Louisiana in the way our weather works, and when we're cold and when we're warm. But I think it could work. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do today. I've got a school project I have to do a Zoom for here in just a little while. So I'm not sure what else I'll be doing today, but I think Dad's out with a camera, making a video, making drains. So if he did what I said, or did what I asked him to at least, and is making a video, then Elena can switch to that right now. And go. Bye.
I just backed up in the ditch a little bit hard. It's my rescue crew. try not to do that again. I got in trouble there because there was already a ditch there. Last summer we dug it out with the excavator, and there was a real sharp drop off. I backed up a little bit too far. Got my back wheels in there and I couldn't climb back out. I wasn't stuck as bad as it looked. It wasn't anything really dangerous. Sometimes on these really muddy fields, that's the only way we can get the water off, just to make these tracks much faster.